Okay.
All right, there we go. We're live.
We are live.
Waiting for. There we go. All right, we're on the YouTube. Emily has it pulled up on the TV. So,
And no, you're in mommy's time. Night night. He says you're disturbing my bedtime.
my goodness. All right, so we've been doing sprints here at home for a couple hours, just chilling. The kids have been upstairs watching TV and movies and chilling. They don't want to go back to school, but they've gone to school all of like 4 days this month. So,
Same with him. He is actually off tomorrow. So he is live and ready to party, even though I'm like, no, we're not partying. We're going to bed.
yeah, I know. What can you do? The little ones? I'm sure Sophie's going to come crawling through the door in a minute.
I'm quite sure.
Emily, can you hear? All right. Emily's hanging out with us here, so this is going to be a
Hey,
little.
happy belated birthday.
She's swallowing ice cream currently. Thank you. She said thank you. All right. So yeah, today's been a long day. I didn't know how I'm going to make through this. I might be sleeping here on the camera, but we'll see.
You better not. I've had caffeine, so I'm ready. We're
I
gonna
have
at
my
least
caffeine
try and make
here.
this until what we say, 10:30, 11. We're gonna try and make it. We're gonna
Yeah,
try
we're
it.
going to try and make it. I want to
What are you
make it.
reading?
Ugh. I want to make it through the rest of this book. I'm reading, not that you can't, there's no cover, but it's the Bones Beneath My Skin by TJ Klune, my book of the month.
Okay, perfect.
And I am,
I am gonna read A Little Life tonight.
oh yeah, you're going to be asleep.
Not well. Peace and quiet. I'm gonna read A Little Life.
I'm on page 201 of 381. So she's reading A Little Life. We're not going to try and say the author's name because we butcher it every time.
Every single time.
It's like Hanya Angahara.
That's actually pretty close.
And then I've got a graphic novel in case I'm just not feeling it.
I have my wonderful shelf, so I'm pretty sure if I need a break, I will pick up something else. But we're gonna try it.
Yeah, but you're not sitting by yourself, are you?
Um, I'll be close enough.
Okay.
And then my Kindle is like the shelf that just keeps giving.
Yes, Emily, I told her she's going to do spring cleaning on her Kindle because she's got a ton of books that need to be cleaned up on there that she's had forever.
It's like 200 books on there.
That's crazy.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go mute for a few, then I'll be back.
Yep, no problem. We'll probably just chill here for a little bit before starting the sprints. Maybe start those around 9, 10. So I'm just
Okay,
kind of chill for a few minutes.
that'll be cool. I'm here.
I'm trying to figure out some things before I settle down to read. You can
Nope, that's
finish
fine.
eating your ice cream.
I'm gonna make some ice cream.
I can hear it. I'm sure they can't hear it. Thank God it's not a popsicle. God, she drives me nuts with that. It's worse than the dogs. We're also going to figure out how to share our screen for. I've seen people do some great stuff. I just don't know how on earth to do it. Whoa, that wasn't it. I want to share my Pomodoro kitty, and I just don't know how the heck to do that. Because if I do share screen, let's see here. Yes, that one. I love it. Share We'll find out in a second when it pops up on my YouTube screen up here. See what it looks like. Well, that's what it looks like. Okay. What happens if I click back? Nothing. Sweet. All right. My signal just decided to drop real low, so hopefully they don't kick me. Let's see here. All right. Looks like it's really just us right now anyway, so what are you reading? Blood of Hercules? Okay. Coco, what are you reading? Fascinating. Don't be trying to sneak on camera over here. All right. Well, I think we're going to kick it off here. I've got it set for 25 minutes, and then we'll take a little break. It's probably best to do little sprints like that. That's what we've been doing for the last bit. Though Emily doesn't take breaks, she just keeps reading through the whole time. You have to follow the kitty. Okay, when the kitty says we're done reading, we're done reading. So
I can do what I want.
no, you can't. You have to follow the rules. And do you like my title?
What is it?
Read your damn book.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So make sure you read your damn book. Lay down, dogs. All right, we're gonna get started here, and it just turned to 9:08. So I'll see you all in 25 minutes. If anybody pops on, I will unmute just to say hey. Remember, you can always use the comments on YouTube, so we can see your comments. We'll feature them on the screen. And yeah, happy reading. That cat freaks me out every time. I don't know if you could hear it. Did you hear it?
I did, and I was like, what was that?
It's so loud, and I knew it was coming, but I don't know.
Okay, so it has a 5-minute warning. Okay,
Yeah, so
that's
that's a
hilarious.
little break there. Actually, I got quite a bit there. I got like 20 something pages through.
Oh, that was fast.
Well, I'm listening to this book on 3x speed, so
Oh, yeah, yeah. You will be proud of me though, because my audio for this one, I'm actually reading at a 1.3, I think.
you can do better than that.
But that's so much better than before though.
Correct. Yes, it is.
Yes. See, we're making progress.
You're making progress. Emily, what page you on?
150.
150. That's what, a 350?
500.
500? Damn, those must be thin pages. It's not a big book. Interesting. Oh
Can I
goodness.
just share my love for this book though? I really need to do this.
What are you reading again?
It's floppy.
Oh my gosh. Let me get rid of this cat for a second. I gotta remember how to
You
do
think?
this. He goes, pew. Oh wow. Yeah, that's a big book too, right? Like that's like 500 and some pages.
No, this one's like 700. Oh, 816.
800. It's not it's a weird cover on that one. I like the illustrated cover.
That one. You see it?
Yeah.
Okay. But it's so floppy. It's great.
You're hilarious.
I got pretty decent last night, but when I was reading last night, I wasn't actually reading from my book. I was reading on my Kindle and listening, but
Gotcha.
I was also taking notes in my phone because with this book, you really have to understand the characters. So, being that you have to understand the characters, you can't just plow through it.
Yeah.
And because there's so much information with the character development, I actually started taking notes on my phone. But I'm like, you know what? Let me just do my tabbies. And that's what I was doing. I was going through, putting my tabbies where they need to be so I know who's who and who's what. And then I'll really dig into chapter two because these chapters are really long.
What book were you reading the other day? We talked about long chapters. Was that you?
Yeah, it was Under the Oak Tree.
Oh yeah, she had this really pretty cover book that was called Under the Oak Tree, and
Hmm.
the chapter was like 30 plus pages.
Yeah, these are usually about 30. So like
That
the
are
first
there
one's
chapter
30.
breaks?
Yeah, there's got little different sections in them.
Okay.
They got a little bit of a different section, but this book is very different. That's
Does
the
it
way to
start
put it.
off?
It's
Does
different.
it start off with like? Because it I don't know. Is it semi autobiographical or how's it starting there?
The way I look at it, for me, the best way to describe it, as if you are sitting in like a coffee shop or a movie theater watching the lives of different people. You
Okay.
have four main characters. You have Jude, Willem, JB, and Malcolm. Each of them are different. One's well off, one's not. One acts like he's not well off. One's an artist. So it's like you're actually in their life. And it opens up with them wanting to look for a new apartment. Two of them they're gay, but they're not together. They're roommates.
Oh, okay.
So it's just very, very different. Like I mean very, but it's good.
Damn
It's
cat.
really good. That cat is gonna crack me up for the rest of the night. I
I know
promise
I
it
gotta
is.
pause it.
But it's really different. Like it just opens up with them talking about getting an apartment and how crappy the apartment was. They live in New York. And then they go to this like really like the restaurant that they go to is like a hole in a wall um restaurant in Chinatown, and they talk about how crappy the food is. Somebody always gets sick, but it's super cheap. So it's just like that's how the book just starts. It literally
Yeah.
is just like you're watching their life.
Okay. It sounds like
Yeah.
you're definitely gonna have to take notes and follow the characters and yeah.
Mhm. Cuz when I first started, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready at all. I was like, this is boring. What am I reading? But now I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like understanding. So we're good.
My book is full of exactly what I needed it to be full of. It's just funny and quirky, and he writes these characters that are just like innocent and naive,
Mhm.
um, and it's so cute. And then the grumpy sunshine, kind of dynamic between the romance is very much grumpy sunshine, where the little one is the sunshine, and the other two are just like grumpy and always bickering, and but you
Okay.
can see their relationship slowly develop, and it's
See, I
so
like
much
the
fun
grumpy
to watch.
sunshine. I do like the grumpy sunshine type of dynamic.
Yeah, I definitely think that that's where this falls in, because it's not quite enemies to lovers, especially because it's not really a true romance in that way. I think he just does a really good job of writing love stories that focus around like family and found family and like that kind of development,
Mhm.
where they kind of fall in love due to the mutual care of someone else.
See,
And
found family is always one of my favorite,
me
I
too.
guess. And is it technically a trope? Right? Is that
Yeah,
technically a
it's a
trope?
trope. I guess.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I think it's a trope.
It's one of my favorites. I don't know, it's just something about found family, and even though this is, like, not a romance, this is technically about your friends that become your family.
Yeah, I like that.
So it's kinda the same type of vibe with the found family.
It reminds me of, and I'm sure it's not going to be the same kind of content, but my favorite musical is Rent, and it reminds me a lot of Rent, where it's very much like they are together, they're struggling, they're going through life and all their struggles, but they have each other and they don't really have anybody else. So seeing
Mhm.
that go through and love and loss and all that stuff.
And that's exactly, like, what this book is about, but it has made known that this is not supposed to be a happy ending.
No,
So a lot of the books, that's why I said I wasn't ready when I first read it. A lot of the books where you get the found family, everyone's like, it's going to be a happy ending, it's going to end, and how it's going to end. But this one, it says like, I think it spans over, I think like 50 years or something like that.
oh wow,
So, I mean, it's definitely got some weight to it. It
I
says
definitely
follows four classmates broke adrift and boiled by only their friendship and ambition. I
interesting.
think it's 50 years.
That's a lot.
There's a lot of research on this one. A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There was a book I really enjoyed, and I think it's technically YA, but it's called They Both Die at the End. And
Didn't
I
you tell
mean,
me about that book?
I don't know if I told you about that one, or I've told you. I remember talking about something, but I think it's Adam Cesar.
I
And
remember hearing about they both die at the end.
oh,
Or
it's so good.
I don't know. I don't know if that was you. It's crazy because I talked about books to so many different people. But somebody told me about that book where they live this like they can connect with people who are going to die basically the same time that they're going to
Oh,
die?
no, that's different, but I think I
Oh,
know which
that's
one you're talking
different?
about.
I thought that one was they're both die at the end.
No, there's a
So it's a
dynamic to
different
that
one.
one. Yeah, there's a
Okay.
dynamic that's similar to that. But wait. There's a company. Yes, there's a company that texts you and lets you know when you're gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're right. And
Okay.
and they both end up getting the notification the same time. And but like you just don't know
Mm-hmm.
how. And the whole time, like you're just trying to figure out, and like it's almost time. You don't know what time of the day. You just know it's that day. Could be first thing in the morning, could be last thing at night. And
That's crazy.
following them around and like just how things happen. Oh my god, it is so freaking good.
It kind of reminds me of the book The Measure.
Okay, so I have not read The Measure, but I think
Mm-hmm.
it was one of the books that I could have got the other day for like real cheap, and I should have got it.
It was very interesting. It's kind of got the same feel where everybody just gets these boxes on their door. And you get the option to open the box, or if you don't open the box, you don't know. Like, I think it's when you're going to die. I think it gives you a date of when you're going to die or something like that. So it's got that same kind of idea necessarily, except this is a box and you have a choice to either open it or you don't open it.
That's wow.
I think I read it like maybe, I feel like I read it 2 or 3 years ago. It was when I had like really just started reading. I read that one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a sucker for sad stories too. I don't need it all to work out. I can't read too many of them because they really get me
Here you
down.
go.
But yeah, that's a big one.
Here's your sad story.
I don't know if
Here
I
you
need
go.
800 pages of sad.
But the book is so like look at that. Look, it's so smooth. Like they did a really good job with printing this book.
Well, make sure you highlight and you get some good quotes.
Yes. That's exactly what I did. I got my little tabby tabs. I got a little system. I think I'm going to try. This is like the first book I'm really going to legitly try and annotate and highlight and all of the things because I don't think this is a book I'm going to read twice.
Yeah. I was just thinking to myself, man, I probably should reread They Both Die at the End. Because like I have forgotten some of it, but like I don't know. I struggle with rereads because I don't know if I'm gonna catch up on, like, I'm gonna pick up on it and remember everything. Is that gonna ruin it for me? I don't know, but
I did
I
enjoy
definitely will try it.
I did enjoy reading Fourth Wing, like to reread that one. I don't really reread books too often,
Mhm.
especially fiction books, but I did find myself missing certain pieces in that I didn't realize before.
Yeah, this one's definitely, I think it'll be nice because I gotta tab them, but, I got my whole highlighter set here, so with all my different colors and whatnot. But,
The highlighters are on my desk.
I've got this passage actually, and I paused at a good time because I'm gonna go wanna highlight it. Now I gotta remember where I was, but it was just such a good I'm like, when a paragraph starts and it starts off in a way that you're like, okay, it's a long paragraph and I know they're about to I'm gonna highlight the whole heck of this thing.
You
And
can't
that's where
highlight
I
the whole
was.
thing.
So I'm gonna end up highlighting this whole
Don't
section, but
highlight the whole section.
you know me.
You
I'm
gotta
gonna do
find
it.
you gotta find the piece that the most important piece in it. Don't highlight the whole section though.
Listen, I
Read it
highlighted a
first,
couple things
then
before.
highlight.
I gotta find I don't know, my highlighters are bleeding through the page a little bit. I don't like that.
So you have to get the no bleed ones. I'll have to
I
send you the
know.
link for the no bleed ones I got on Amazon. They do not bleed.
Because this one, it ticked me off just a little bit.
Yeah. No, you got to get the ones that are no bleed.
I don't know. I think it'll be easy to just flip through, especially once I tab it and like revisit the book from that standpoint, reading like the things I really want to revisit and
That's the wrong way.
and all that.
I'm playing with this thing because like it's so tiny. Yeah, I am using my phone. There we go. There we go.
There you go.
Okay.
So yeah, it looks like somebody joined us. I'm not sure who's here, but say hey, drop a comment.
Hello.
I know it's late. We're all struggling. Nobody wants to go to work tomorrow.
I don't want to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, but at least you ain't got to go in.
Yeah, I am thankful that I don't have to go in tomorrow.
Emily will be home tomorrow. She works from home, and then I'll be home on Tuesday. So I'm looking forward to that. Though
And
having
see,
those
I'm
couple
gonna
days
flip
off.
flop. I'm gonna go in on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then probably work home Thursday. Isn't
Yeah,
it
I'm
lovely to
definitely.
have those options?
Yeah, it is. It's nice to be flexible. I was off Thursday, Friday last week for the funeral, and it was well needed. Like I'm happy I could be there and we could get everything taken care of so that we're not stressed about work and doing all that and trying to figure all that stuff out.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But I know I'm going to come back into it tomorrow, and I just I don't want nothing to do with it.
Don't anticipate it. It's gonna happen.
I saw a quote the other day, and it may have even been something you shared, but it said that culture isn't something. I'm not going to be able to quote it completely, but culture is how your people feel on Sunday night.
Oh,
And
that's
I
so
was
true.
like, dang.
Uh,
And it's
I
not like I do like my job. I am quite happy, way better than where I was before.
good.
But it's just something about grinding for the next 35 years that makes no matter where the hell I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks.
Yep. Just the fact that you have to think about, my goodness, I really have another 30 years. Like, it's not like, oh, I have 5 or I have 10. It's 30.
Yeah. It used to be, in the 50s, you get in a union, you work for 30 years, you retire at 50, and
Mm-mm.
yeah, not anymore. You're like, hey,
No,
you've
you
been
might get
working for the
lucky.
last
You might get
20
lucky if
years,
you
you got
get
another 30 to
70.
go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because a lot of people, they don't even have, there's people that have to work well into their 70s and 80s.
Yeah, my parents, they're still working. They
Mm-hmm.
ain't never gonna stop. You just can't.
Mm-hmm. I wonder who joined us. Did you ever find out who joined us or no?
No, they didn't post in the comments, but
Oh.
they're a little shy. But maybe they'll introduce themselves in a while. But
Okay.
we appreciate you nonetheless. We're gonna start the sprints here in a minute, another 25-minute sprint, and see how that takes us. We may do a third one, or I may do a third one. We'll see how this next one goes. It's easy because I could just put on my headphones and listen to the audiobook and read along with my eyes as I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if I was just reading with my eyes, I promise you guys would watch me fall asleep.
I'm actually doing pretty good. I'm
Do you
getting
have a
bits and
goal of where
pieces.
you want to get to tonight?
I would like to get through chapter 2. I
Okay.
know it sounds crazy, but chapter 2 is literally like 40 pages.
Whew.
So if I can manage to get through those 40 pages, then, like I'll be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll lose Emily eventually.
Shut up.
She usually falls asleep.
She's like, no, I'm going to make it. I know
She
I'm
just
going to
told me to
make it.
shut up.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna be just fine.
She
Listen
said
to you.
she's
You
going to make
slurring your
it.
words.
She does sound a little sleepy.
Yeah.
Do not.
Only defensive because you know it's true.
I love it.
All right. Let's go ahead and get started. And we will see everybody in 24 minutes and 52 seconds. And the cat will
Woohoo.
scare us back awake.
Absolutely.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Later.
You got Emily. She gasped. Oh boy. Those go fast.
And of course, I'm muted.
Yeah, I did the same thing earlier.
I'm just sitting here talking and I'm like, wait, I am muted. No, I looked up and it was actually like 4 seconds. And I was like, oh, that's perfect. You see my book light?
How's that work out for you? Is it pretty decent?
Oh, I love it. This thing is perfect.
The one I have is not very it only illuminates part of the page. I kind of hate it.
No, this thing does the whole thing. This is good. And that's
Nice.
only on like level 2. I think I got it for like $10.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Trying to
How
get
was
back
your
into the
how was
trying to
your
get back.
sprint?
It was good. It was good. I'm actually like remembering the things that I read last night before I was like, okay, I'm going to bed. I don't know if I'll get through chapter 2,
Yeah.
but it's just a good read so far.
Good. I'm sure it's
As
going
I
to be
say
good.
so far. I heard at like page 50 it's supposed to be like a really sad moment and I'm on 39, so we're going to see how this goes.
I have 130 pages left.
Good. So you're going to finish this book tonight. That's what you're
I don't
saying.
think I'll make it through tonight. I'm doing
Okay.
about 30 to 30-ish pages every sprint.
Okay.
So if maybe I can get to 300 and leave me with about 80 pages tomorrow, which is like less than an hour of listening. So
Oh yeah.
I'll kill it on the way to work or whatever.
That's definitely for like a way to work.
Yeah, and then I got to have my next book teed up, which I think I'm going to switch over to Untethered.
Okay.
But I got to figure out where to get that audio.
I got Untethered in Hoopla.
Stop it, really?
Hmm.
I always forget to check there.
Hoopla actually has a bunch of stuff in
Maybe
there
it's because of the
currently.
library I have it doesn't have a bunch of stuff. So maybe I need to get my other cards connected here.
I have mine connected through Illyria.
Oh,
It was
I
like a
lied to
digital
you.
card I got a long time ago, but it's acting a little bit weird, so I think I might have to switch it to the one that I use now, like the Lorraine one. I'm thinking I need to switch it over to that, but it should be in there. There was
I got it.
boy. Okay, and they even just did I don't know if Emily uses Hoopla, but they have added like a section for all of the like newer reads, like the romantasy, different things. Like it was very interesting actually, some of the titles that were in there.
Nice.
Yeah, so she might want to take a look and see what's in there because, like I said, it's a brand new section they did because none of those books used to be in there before.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've got my Everand. I think I have 2 left to go that I need to use up before. Oh, I have 1 left to go before March 4th.
Okay.
I used up Spotify. I used up Amazon. I used up my 1 Audible credit. So now I'm down to I've got some on Libby. I've got 3 books on
Okay.
Libby. And
I'm gonna use my Spotify this month for that's so loud. The ads on YouTube make me laugh. I'm gonna do at the same time. I'm gonna do Harlem Rhapsody on Spotify.
okay.
I have to switch my AirPods because the other ones died.
I got you. Yeah, I think I've been pushing back some books on Libby. Like, you can deliver later. And so next week I'll have a couple books that I'm anticipating, but let me find I need Go Tell It on the Mountain. I shouldn't have any trouble finding that. It's not like people are beating down the door for a 60-year-old book. There we go.
Did it stop working?
I lied to you because they straight up says place hold.
and I think my AirPods died.
I can hear you.
I have to old school it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, just making sure. Okay, well, I do have to hold for Go Tell It on the Mountain, but I'm gonna check Hoopla and see if it's on there.
Can you plug this in? I'm too short. Thank you. He's streaming on his thingy at the same time.
What's he playing?
Call of Duty.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there it is. Oh, that's music. I don't want music. I want audiobooks. Not me about to listen to slave hymns on accident.
Yeah, no, you don't want that one. Why is this not?
Ebooks. Yeah, they don't have that one on Hoopla, so I'll find it on one of these dang things. So yeah, I think we're gonna do one more sprint. I think I got one more in me. Yeah, I can hear you.
One more? Okay. All right, there we go.
And then
My
that'll
case
probably
died.
be it.
That's what was wrong. All right, sounds good. I'm actually not sleepy, so I'll probably stay up after and probably read maybe another one after that because I'm not sleepy yet.
I don't know how y'all aren't sleepy.
Usually I am. Usually I'm asleep about 9:30.
Damn.
I'm not sleepy today. I go to bed early. I'm not sleepy today.
That's real early.
Yeah, I'm usually asleep anywhere between, well, as long as Ham is down, he's usually anywhere like around 8:30, 9 o'clock, and then usually I'm shortly after him.
Wow.
So latest is usually 10:30 for me.
Yeah, we're between 10:30 and 11 usually. Emily's already asleep by then, but I tend to go to sleep around that time.
No, I'm usually about 10:30. 10:30, somewhere around there. And then if I'm in the office, 9:30. I come home, I'm done. There's nothing in me after that.
Every once in a while, we just collectively decide like we're going to bed with the kids because we're so tired. We haven't done one of those in a while, but I feel like we might need to do that soon and just get like 11 hours of sleep.
Sometimes it's necessary, especially on the weekends.
I wish. I get up every morning on the weekends to go to work, and I miss sleeping in. I got to sleep in a little bit this week, though.
Well, that's good. As long as you can sleep in every once in a while. I don't sleep
Every
in.
once in a
I
while.
still get up at 7. So
8 o'clock's a good time. Like, I don't mind getting up at 8.
I'm usually 7.
That's usually when I wake up for work. I'm like a last minute person. Get up, then I'm scrambling around with the kids, trying to get them off there. Show up to work 20 minutes late. Like, it is what it is.
But you made it.
We got a very flexible start time here.
That's a good thing.
We just kind of show up. As long as I get my job done.
I miss that.
I hate that. Like,
that was like one of my favorite things about having like that flex time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't clock in, and like, what am I gonna, like, if I leave 10 minutes, 15 minutes early, because like, what am I really going to get done in that 15 minutes? Do you really want me to stay here just for principle, or can I just go home? Because I'm not going to get anything done. 15 minutes just isn't time to like do something.
No, you can't even run a report in 15 minutes anymore.
Exactly. Now, sometimes, and then there's other times where it's like 15 minutes after, and I've got to get this done, or whatever the case may be. So, like, it's a give and take, Let's be fair. Also, half the time, people are still messaging me on Teams, and it's 8 o'clock at night, so they get my time. I promise you. All right, let's get this cat reset.
All right, sounds good.
And switch over. I'm going to do what we did last time and just show the timer so they don't have to see my face staring at my book.
All right, sounds good.
And we are going to kick it off. I'll see everybody in 25 minutes.
25.
There's that cat. Meow. All right. Boom. Look at you trying to race to finish that chapter. You know you muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I said I feel like I'm such a slow reader.
No, I think that these are short sprints. If
Mhm.
we were doing them earlier in the evening, I think I would do a 50-minute sprint.
Do them much longer.
Yeah, I like the 50 minutes, the 50-10, because we take longer than 5-minute breaks anyways. But for our first little experimentation here, it was pretty good for me. I'm almost done with this book, so
No, I think it's good. And I like doing these as well too because it makes me accountable
yeah,
to
I feel
actually sit and read. And while I'm reading this book, my biggest question is, why aren't you reading this one?
I'm just not in the mood right now.
Well, I know you're not in the mood, but this is a book that I could totally see you reading.
Yeah, I think it's one of those that I'm gonna get to, but it's daunting because it's such a character-driven book, and there's no plot driving it forward, and like it's like watching a drama movie. Like I know it's gonna be good, but
Mm-hmm.
I just never find myself in the mood to pick
Mhm.
those up. Those are the ones that like you kind of have to be forced into. Like, oh, it's a book club pick. I gotta pick it up or something, and
Mhm.
it'll get there. I'll get there, just like I did with a couple of the other more literary reads. I think I just need to
Mhm.
be pulled to it. So I'm definitely going to
I
get
could
to it,
see
and
you totally
I'll get to it
reading
this
this. Like, I could totally see you reading this. Just how the chapters, are breaking down the information. And Sanderson is complex with the fantasy, but this also has that same level of complexity to it.
year.
Like with like I said, it just feels like you're watching a movie. It honestly does. It feels like you're watching a movie.
Not you trying to convince me to read the book that you're 2 chapters in.
Because I don't want to read it alone.
I know.
But I got some tabbies.
Oh, nice.
See some tabbies there. I have to go back and do like the first chapter because I said, why am I sitting here? I'm like, I could be reading. So it's like the first maybe, actually, no, it's quite a few pages. It's like 10 pages I want to go back and do. I said maybe I'll go back and grab some stuff like tomorrow, but I'm like, tonight I'm just going to read.
Yeah, I like that.
hmm And it's good. I still have another 30 pages before I finish this chapter, though. I don't know if
Man,
I'll finish it tonight.
yeah, that's a lot. I
Um,
can
I
usually do about 40 to 50 pages an hour if I'm reading with my eyes.
Actually, it might be less than that. Hold on. Um, okay, so it's less than that.
Okay.
40, well, no, my math's off. 77 to 45.
Yeah,
A little over 20.
33. Yeah, 32.
No, okay. Yeah, no, I still got time. I still have this until I gotta read through this.
Ooh, that's a
And then I'm
chunk.
on
Yeah.
chapter 3, and then I'm already in the next part of the book after that.
Is that a lot of is it a lot of dialogue?
I wouldn't even really say it's dialogue. Like it's very interesting. So we've gotten to the part now where they moved into the apartment and it was talking about how who's the artist? JB? JB is the artist. And JB was having a really hard time with trying to figure out what he was like. He hit a rough spot, and he's like, I don't know what I'm going to draw because he's
Hmm.
a painter. And he decides that he's going to photograph his friends and start painting them. And I'm just right at the part where he's like, well, I'm gonna paint my friends, and yeah,
Okay.
that's where I'm at. How about yours?
Things are picking up. We're reaching the climax. So, less than 100 pages left to go now, and
Good.
we're nearing the end. All of the emotional things are coming to fruition, and it's definitely going to be a sad ending in a way, and then a happy ending in a way.
Okay.
Can't give anything away, but
Mhm.
definitely going to be fun to finish out. I don't see how this doesn't end up at least a 4. Do I think it's a 5? I mean, it's close. I don't know if I love it as much as some of the other ones, so I might like be nitpicky and say like 4.5, but
Okay.
I don't think that this could lose me in the end.
Well, that's a good thing. I like that you always kind of already know what you're going to like rate a book, like as you're reading it. And me, I'm like at the very end, I'm like, uh, maybe, maybe not.
I think I spend a lot of my time like thinking that throughout the book.
Mhm.
And that helps me reflect because like if a lot of times I'm like, man, I don't think this book's gonna be more than a 3. Like I think it's gonna be that's what helps me lead to like maybe I should put this down and DNF it.
Mhm.
Or if I'm like, yeah, like I'm loving this every little bit. When I get to the end, I remember how many times I stopped and said, I'm loving this. And so that helps build up there. And it helps me overlook some of the maybe nitpicky things I do, like, well, maybe this was wrong or this was wrong. Like, did you have a good time? Then shut up and give it a 5. The author needs it.
Mhm. I think
So,
this is going to be a 5 for me just because of how it's reading. Um, it, you can really kind of just tell,
yeah,
how it's going to have your attention and the journey that it's going to take you through. So I said, I feel like this is definitely going to be one of my most memorable reads.
it's going to be a big one. You said you wanted to do more literary reads. You got a big one.
Yep. It was staring at me on my shelf. So we'll see.
Awesome. Well,
Hmm.
I'm going to call it a night
All right.
so I can get over there and get back into Westlake and be all extra tired in the morning and get caught up on all my stuff.
It'll go great.
Yeah, it'll be fine. But
Yes.
this was fun. I definitely think um, maybe not Sundays, but
Hmm.
maybe sometime during the week, especially a day that we maybe are working from home the next day. Like
Yes.
Thursdays are great because I'm always home on Fridays, and Mondays are usually hard regardless because it's been a rough day to start it
Hmm.
off. But I'm home on Tuesday, so I don't know. We'll figure out some time. I'd like to do this maybe once every 2 weeks. Maybe I'd love to get to once every week, but I don't think I can make that commitment.
I could do once every week.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So we'll
It would
figure it
just
out.
probably have to be like a 9:30
Yeah.
because he was supposed to be asleep. So it'd probably have to be like a 9:30. But we could work and we get it
Okay. Yeah, we'll
in.
talk
Hmm.
about it. And I'm sure we'll talk tomorrow. But finish up your chapter if you can make it. Otherwise, get to bed because I saw you yawning while you was reading.
Yes, I was.
It's getting
I'm
caught up.
gonna see. I'm gonna see if I can knock out at least until the next chapter break.
All right. All right. Well, everybody, I know there was a hidden follower there for a while. I don't know where they went. They never introduced themselves, but I appreciate everybody popping on. And well, we had a good time. It was productive over here. I know it's productive over there. So we'll do it again.
Absolutely.
Can't wait.
Sounds good.
All right, everybody. Have a good night.
Night night.
Bye.
Bye.